When you're creating a new program in Retreat Booking Guru, after you've added your title, your description, and some photos, you can also choose who's teaching it if you want to display the teacher photo and bio, and you can change the dates. So if you were doing a standard retreat that has a start date and an end date, you would choose standard fixed dates. But we also have other options such as hotel style. This allows the guest to choose their check-in date as well as their checkout date, and the rate is calculated based on the nightly rate that you set for each one of your lodging types. Alternatively, you can choose package style, and that allows you to set a set number of nights for your retreat, and then you can set a package price for each lodging type. So for example, with this 3-day escape, people can choose their arrival date, and then it will automatically set their end date based on how many days or nights the escape is. And then you can set a package price for that escape per lodging type. So the shared eco cabin is $1,000 and the luxury eco cabin is $1,800. Also, you can choose how you want to price your retreat. So simple pricing would be like this, where you can have just one price, for example, $1,000 for the program, or as many price tiers as you want. For example, maybe you give a discount to people who are returning students. You can also have free pricing where people can register without paying at all. You can also have suggested donation or sliding scale pricing, and probably the most popular is lodging based, which means that it ties in with your room inventory and allows you to set pricing per lodging type. So here you can see you could set a base tuition if you wanted to, and then on the invoice the person would see their tuition price plus their lodging. So you can see it totals the price here. It's $1,500 for the single accommodation plus the base tuition, $2,500. And then we can also modify these prices right here within the program, because you may want to sell these lodging types at different rates depending on the retreat. You can also make the base tuition $0, and then that won't show on the program at all, and people will just pay the package price based on whatever lodging they choose. So I could change it for a particular retreat in my high season if I wanted to, and up these prices here. And that would be reflected in the program. You would see the package pricing for each one of these lodging types, and then people can book. And they can also do multi-person registration if they had an additional guest coming with them. For example, in the triple, if they wanted to book 3 people in, they could do that as well, and then it would auto triple that price for the fact that there's 3 people coming to the retreat. Okay, so back to the program, some other features you might want to know about. How to set the deposit, or whether the guest can pay the deposit or the total. So you have 3 different options. People can pay the total only, people have a choice, or they pay the deposit only. This one is probably the most common. So if someone wants to pay for their whole retreat up front, they can go right ahead, but they also have the option to pay a deposit, which can be a percentage of the total, which you can change, or a fixed amount, for example, $500. And if you set it as a percentage, then the system will automatically calculate that for them at the bottom of their registration form. We also have a waiting list feature. So if you leave your maximum capacity at 0 and you use lodging-based pricing, then as soon as your room inventory is filled up, it will stop selling the retreat and it will flip over onto a waiting list. So like this program. It now shows the program is fully booked, but there's a waiting list that you can join. So people can fill out first name, last name, email, and gender, and then they can join the waiting list, and you'll have a list of all the people for the yoga and Ayurvedic detox retreat who are on the wait list. And you can also restrict registration to people on the waiting list. So let's say we get a cancellation. We can reserve those spots to the people on the waiting list so that they get first dibs before you make that spot public on the website, and you can email everyone on the waiting list with a standard template email that you can create in the system. You can also create a maximum person capacity. Let's say your yoga studio can only hold 25 people. So you want to set it that whichever one of these you reach first, either your room inventory is sold out or you reach your maximum capacity, it will stop selling the retreat and flip over onto the wait list. We also have discount codes, so you can set these per program so they can be turned on or off per retreat, or you can have them for all of the programs in the system, and they can be percentage-based discounts or fixed amounts off the total price.